At this point, I am dead set on the fact that Ripple, with the help of XRP, is going to completely change finance forever and ultimately have all of these big banks adopting it. We are going to be talking about this. We have to address a lot of the information that's coming out now, especially from big players at Ripple like Monica Long, Brad Garlinghouse, etc. But I do have to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I do sound still nasally. Guys, we're getting there slowly but surely. If you need to know what happened, I have a breakdown in the community chat on the channel. You guys are more than welcome to go check that out. But regardless, we are getting back to normal slowly but surely. And with that, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. Let's talk about this. So Monica Long recently had a great week at a festival where they were actually addressing a lot of things about stablecoins, really kind of talking about the growing demand, and also even addressing RLUSD. And they already have customers ready to use it once it's publicly launched. I would argue that by the end of this month, we might actually have the RLUSD stablecoin already launched. Maybe that's me being, too bullish, but I do think that we're very, very close to it. But before we address the video clip that goes with this statement, I do want to talk a little bit more about Ripple, right? Because we know that Ripple has been working with banks since forever, okay? I strongly encourage everyone to join the free Discord. There's going to be a link at the top of the description below. This is one of the most valuable and informative Discords out there, and it's completely free. There's a free side that has a ton of free crypto gems, free market strategies, guides, market trends, free charts, and there's also going to be new cheat sheets dropped in this Discord. And already we have a ton of testimonials from members of the Discord that have been absolutely loving it. So what are you waiting for? Go and click the link at the top of the description below and join the free Discord. But here we have over here. This is the PDF file for Ripple Custody. Big shout out to XRP Drops for this. Ripple's custody guide for banks states a number of use cases for banks. Ripple Custody representing the next evolution of crypto exchanges. And by the way, remember that the RLUSD stablecoin initially is not going to be for retail. It's going to be for institutional and banking players. Then it's going to be for retail. But if we actually look at this, okay, it is specifically titled Use Cases for Banks. And if we look at this, right, they're talking about digital asset custody and tokenization infrastructure that enables full control over the operating and security models such as flexible deployment or flexible key management models. Banks can bring to market innovative new use cases, including tokenization and digital asset servicing use cases such as issuance and custody of tokenized securities and RWAs, cryptocurrency custody and trading wallets for institutional high net worth and retail clients, tokenized securities registry platform operated as a service for institutional investors. Focus on what this is saying. Almost every single one of these is focused on institutional investors and institutional clients. Building sub-custody networks for global service coverage, structured products with crypto and digital asset underlying, issuance and custody of commodity-backed tokens, allowing broader investor base to directly invest into commodities such as gold or other rare metals, tokenized bank deposits to create a payment medium within a bank or within a consortia of banks, the elimination of manual reconciliation of books and records at various stages of a transaction from issuance to distribution, trading, settlement, and asset servicing. And on the right side, we could actually see unlocking the $20 trillion digital asset market opportunity. This is all with Ripple Custody at the forefront of it. And if we actually look, they're already talking about secure transfer and settle, right? How do you think that they're going to be transferring and settling anything, right? XRP is going to be there. The XRP ledger, they're forging the XRP ledger to have institutional DeFi on it. They're doing this through a lot of the amendments that are being pushed right now. Ripple wants that because they are about to bring the big banks to the XRP ledger. And we have cryptocurrencies, stablecoins, CBDCs, tokenized securities, commodities, utilities, and non-fungible tokens. Tokenize and manage, and then connect and embed. And if we actually look at all of these big banks already tapped in, look at this. Absolutely crazy. It's insane to me that people are still bearish on Ripple and XRP. It is 2024, almost 2025. The year of regulation is nearly upon us, and I do believe that we are about to see a massive, massive change. And also, 7 years ago, I just want you guys to see this. This is 7 years ago. This just shows you how embedded Ripple is in the traditional financial system. Look at all of these Ripple partners. These are all big banks. And the list just goes on and on and on and on. And I remember an even bigger list. A lot of this stuff is now under NDAs. It's hidden. They're not as transparent at all with these partnerships because of NDAs and also contracts, obviously. But we know a lot of these partners. And we are aware of a lot of these big banks that are already utilizing some of these services like Ripple Custody. And now we have big players already ready to use the Ripple USD stablecoin. And also remember from Marcus Invinger going back to May 9th, this is SVP of Ripple X. Our meetings with TradFi around tokenization have become much more tangible. They now come to Ripple with real use cases teed up. At FT Crypto yesterday, I discussed why it won't be long before banks are ready for mass adoption of blockchain. Spoiler alert, it's happening. This is a Ripple employee literally telling you that TradFi players are already working with Ripple and have real use cases teed up. They are going to be massively adopting blockchain. What network do you think that they're going to use? What DLT? They're going to be utilizing the XRP ledger and XRP because that's exactly what Ripple continues to push. Outside of this, check this out from Smoke Dog. Swift CEO, big part of Ripple's proposition is XRP. Swift is only hesitant to use XRP currently because of uncertain regulatory environment and legal status. After regulations pass, SEC case concludes XRP will have the green light. Even down here, we have among Swift competitors, we can find Ripple, a real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network, which a goal of enabling secure, instant, and low fees global financial transactions. Ripple is uses the XRP crypto, which is, as of April of 2020, the third largest by market capitalization. Swift is aware. They are aware, and we actually have here, I think that the big part of Ripple's value proposition is the cryptocurrency XRP. Volatility in the currencies. This is like the main thing around, hesitant to convert things into cryptocurrency, which is just volatility. But think about it. When regulations hit the space, volatility starts to cool off. But we also have Swift is hesitant, not willing to use cryptocurrencies is because the legal status of XRP and other cryptocurrencies remains unclear due to the current uncertain regulatory environment. Risk-adverse financial institutions are unlikely to adopt cryptocurrencies until regulation becomes clearer. So, like I said, 2025, the year of regulation is nearly upon us. What do you think happens? We are about to see the doors truly open. We were gate kept for so long because of regulations. The gates are about to open and the biggest players are about to flood in. Even over here, again, when the court case is settled, central banks and other financial institutions will get the seal of approval to start using XRP through the XRP ledger. When the case is settled, this will give the seal of approval to central banks and other financial institutions to start using XRP through the XRP ledger. Less speculative than, for example, Tesla randomly deciding to purchase a large amount of Bitcoins. Ironically, the SEC is suing Elon Musk for securities fraud. As we look at what's happening here, the biggest banks are already teed up with Ripple. All they're waiting for is the green light from regulations. I've been very, very vocal about this. And even over here we have from Brad Garlinghouse. If you want to enable the internet of value, you have to connect the repositories of value. The repositories of value are the banks. Check this out.
One of the first banks that Ripple signed. So today we have a product in market that's we're releasing version 4. When we launched version 1.0, which is always an exciting time for a tech company, you release a product, it's version 1.0. We launched that product. We were partnered with one of the largest banks in the Middle East, and we went to market and we went live. And we had a call from a very upset Middle Eastern banker saying, wait a minute, people can see my transactions. I don't want people to see my transactions. So look, blockchain is powerful and a public ledger can be leveraged to make transactions, But banks, I mean, if every SCB transaction was written to a public ledger, would SCB be excited about that? The answer is no. I'll tell you very certainly. The nature of how we have evolved our technology, yes, some of it, XRP is a public open ledger. A different part of Ripple's technology that connects banks to the liquidity solutions, these are private, think about it almost as a private temporary blockchain between two banks that's cryptographically signing the transaction, holding it in escrow and releasing it at the same time. So you never have a situation where a transaction doesn't complete. But the point I would make is, those who espouse this idea of, look, all transactions should be open. I look at that and I think, that is not the real world. We can talk about the origins, particularly around Bitcoin and to some of the degree other tokens, has been this idea of, hey, we're going to circumvent governments. We don't want the government involved. We're going to circumvent banks. Look, Ripple, we come at it from exactly the opposite point of view. Governments aren't going away. By extension, banks are definitely not going away. We can enable banks to enable an internet of value. If you want to enable an internet of value, you have to connect the repositories of value. The repositories of value are the banks. We want to work with the banks, with financial institutions, with payment providers, with Linlen Pay or PayPal or fill in blank, to dramatically accelerate the nature of how payments occur today and reducing that friction.
And I love the fact that he does mention the idea of all of these big projects in the space trying to get around banks and replace the big players and avoid the government. Ripple has been working with them since day one. And now everyone is opening their arms to welcome in all the big banks, the governments, BlackRock, this, that, whatever. It's so funny that Ripple has been there since day one. And it shows you how ahead of the competition XRP technically is as well, since Ripple is using the XRP-L and XRP. Now, let's go back to that initial post with Monica Long. And let me play this video where we have Monica Long of Ripple says the payments use case for stablecoins is going to be a massive trend and discusses the company's upcoming US dollar stablecoin launch. Check it out.
US dollar stablecoins, or actually I should say stablecoins generally, are about $170 billion in terms of market cap today. But that's projected to be, north of $3 trillion in just a few years because there's going to be more demand drivers like payments. We saw Stripe acquire Bridge very recently. That's a major payment player that's leaning into using stablecoins for payments. We talk about, Ripple, and, we've processed more than $70 billion through digital assets. And so this use case is going to be a massive trend, and there's going to be more needs in the market for more stablecoins. And, from our perspective, we have the use case. We have customers who already want to use stablecoins in payments. So we think that we can be a great provider.
Do you expect the market to expand, or do you expect to compete with these two stablecoins to break into their existing client base?
I expect the market to really expand. And I will say, so the Ripple US dollar, not yet launched. We're operationally ready, but really important to us is having approval from the regulators. So New York Department of Financial Services is, it's up to them. They're reviewing our trust application.
And when do you see that coming through?
It's going to be in their hands in terms of when they are approving it.
Okay, but since most stablecoins are pegged to the US dollar and most transactions of stablecoins happen in the US dollar, do you think that de-dollarization could be the way forward, where a lot of as new and new stablecoins come in, as the enthusiasm around a new payments infrastructure builds, that we might see the euro find its place with new stablecoins launched pegged against the euro, or new stablecoins launched pegged against the yen, the Sing dollar. Can that market expand? Can de-dollarization happen there in the stablecoin market?
I believe so. And it comes back to, use cases like payments, where you think about, traditional use cases, and there's real need for foreign exchange there. So I do think that we'll see new forms of fiat currency turned into stable coins. There's certain markets, like for example, we see in Latin America, where there is a preference for a US dollar stablecoin, but I do think that the world will open up to more types of stablecoins.
And I completely agree. This is why I do think that ROUSD is going to morph into RO Euro. RL pound, RL yen. I mean, it's going to continue to just evolve and snowball into so many different stablecoins, all on the XRPL. I mean, this is going to be very, very bullish. It's going to be very bullish. And big shout out to Bank XRP for posting this clip. At the end of the day, finance is changing forever. Ripple is at the forefront of it. XRP and the XRPL are also at the forefront of it. If you do not believe that, you are missing the big target. You need to pay attention. You need to do a lot more research. I'm very excited about the future for this space, for this technology, because it is going to just completely erupt and ignite in terms of adoption. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.